I was just riding up the Harmony chair and I ran into some absolutely stellar lads. Guess what they're willing to do? Spice up the day a little bit.
It's the Rising Alpine.
Woo! Woo! Yeah!
Cheers.
Here we go.
Oh. Give it a few seconds.
We'll be tasting that for the rest of the day.
I just wanna hold you for forever.
Oh, these boys cleaned up. Let's go ski some trees. What is going on, my favorite skiers and snowboarders? I'm in the trees. You know what we're doing today? Skiing Whistler trees. We're gonna start out in my favorite chair on Whistler. Most people think of Peak chair or Harmony chair and they think of Whistler. My favorite chair is the Garbonzo chair. Why? Because when there's blower powder, the trees on the Garbonzo chair are absolutely epic. So on the Garbonzo chair, you got a bunch of different options. In terms of marked runs, you've got side order, Club 21, in deep, unsanctioned. You can pretty much ride in the trees anywhere from upper Olympic all the way to Dave Murray downhill. You're gonna have to do a little bit of adventuring, but make sure that you stay close to the runs at first so you figure it out. But the Garbonzo trees, one of the best places to be on a pow day. Anyways, we're gonna rip a little bit of Garbonzo tree, see if we can find any leftover snow. Right on, let's do it. This is some nice low angle stuff. What a blast. Phew. You gotta love tree skiing. Just reaction. Woo! Man, I love skiing trees, but I ain't looking to kiss any trees today. Oh baby, I'm sweating. Garbonzo laps will get the juices flowing. I'm super warm. You definitely got to be an expert for those ones and be ready to get clipped out. I even still get clipped out all the time in there and have to hike around and do a bit of tree navigation. The next spot we're going to is probably one of the best spots for beginners transitioning into tree skiing, and it's the Emerald Chair trees. Ride the Emerald Chair up and kind of just find a line down under the Peak chair, kind of through all these trees here. I just call them the Emerald trees. Emerald's a great spot to play around when the upper mountain's not open or it's a blustery day like today. But you can play around anywhere in the trees, basically between the Harmony and the Peak chair and the Emerald chair, and they're all a heck of a lot of fun. So let's go send them. This is a great spot for people learning to even ski trees because it's pretty mellow. Right under the chair, nice, mellow, floaty, bumpy. There's some fresh stuff in here. It's fun right now. Woo! You can just fly through. Whoa, whoa! This is a fun little run. The Emerald Chair trees, and especially that peak to peak line there, rocks. Like, decently soft snow any day. It's a really fun one to ski. You gotta check that one out. On to the next. Now I'm just below the roundhouse and I'm looking out to the red chair, and there's some sweet zones on the red chair and beyond. One right off the bat is Franz Meadows. That one you just traverse kind of across the red chair and you can play around in those trees. Franz, if you're wondering who he is, I forget his last name, but Franz was one of the OGs who kind of helped build out. He helped with the Garibaldi lift company building the lift. Great tree skiing through France. You can go on the left side here, or you can get back in the creek this way. Oh, don't hit the holes of death. Bow, 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 bow. There's the hole. Huh. Look at that hole. Look at this freaking hole, dude. Look at it. The 5-foot hole of death. Franz Meadows is awesome. It's one of my favorite tree skiing spots on the Whistler side, whether I'm doing some chutes off the West Ridge or if I'm just skiing mid-mountain. It's a 50-50 if you're gonna go swimming or not some days, but it's worth it. Franz Meadows, beauty. If you want something more challenging, there's the goat path. That's the hike up from Franz Meadows, and it gets into what's known as the very difficult chutes. The very difficult chutes are a fun spot to explore. Make sure you stay left though, because there are some serious cliffs. So that's definitely a double black area. Kind of got to know where you're going. Experts only. You better believe it, boys. We're all just gonna start hugging each other, eh? I had no choice but to give you a little hug.
Yeah, that's alright.
Gives me his phone number, and I think I just have the right to get on him, exactly. We're on the goat path to the VD chutes, the very difficult chutes. We're gonna do some skiing in there. It's a bit of a haywire hike, and it's got a lot of kind of cliff exposure to the right. So it's one of those hikes you don't want to fall off, and you also don't want to ski down anywhere in these trees beyond this point, because it's all cliff. So I'm gonna get hiking and catch up to the boys here. Like, this part sucks. Cliff to your right, just like one boot through here. There you go. Worst of it's done. Hiking above Traverse is not permitted. That sign, I don't know why they put it in upside down. Someone was drunk. So once you get to the top of the goat path, you want to traverse as far left as possible. Most of the cliffs are located on the right, but there's still cliffs, so play around, do your thing, you know. Woo! Oh, you took that big, Jamesy. Woo! Not much to jump anymore. That was a nice turn.
Guy wasn't happy.
What was he mad about? How are you an idiot?
Sorry, I made your day so terrible.
So sorry, I just skied down. Like, we are standing in the middle of this cat track, but like, not really.
Like this.
I don't get people like that. There's no lines on the hill, no one's standing here, and he's like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot."
Yeah.
My buddy, I'm gonna whack you with my pole if I see you again. Then I'll be an idiot. Another rogue set of trees that's pretty fun. You start on the just under the Whistler gondola. You head off into the trees just about this way, and then you kind of keep messing around in the trees through Big Red between like Jimmy's Joker and I think Bear Cub and Franz. What a fun day for skiing. It was never a bad day. And you pop back out on Jimmy's Joker. Wiltshire is very similar to Garbonzo and Emerald. There's lots of great tree skiing if you play around. You're playing around on Peak Chair. This ridge here is super fun to ski down, and it's a small tree skiing area, but you can combo it. So if you come off the peak, you can combo this area with like Franz Meadows. It's known as Tiger's Terrace. So there's some fun cliff drops in there, and some great tree skiing in the little middle section. Oh yeah! Oh my! Yoo-hoo! Woo! 3, 2, 1, dropping. Woo!
Yeah! Oh!
You can also go off the backside of Tiger's Terrace, down through the trees into kind of the Frog Hollow, I think it's called, area. Tiger's Terrace is on that side. That's the ridge where Jordan is. You can see the Peak Chair behind me. You can ski the trees off the other side. I'm not sure if they're named, and there is some cliffs and whatnot in here, but this is a great little tree skiing zone. Tree skiing paradise in here, people. Phew. Phew. I love this zone. Great spacing. That's a sweet slot. You gotta find like a bit of a flow and lines that you like. But that's sweet, man. It gets a bit of a crunchy day today, and that was great soft snow. So here's a great view of the opposite side of Tiger's Terrace. There's the ridge you can see from the picture with Air Jordan on the other side. So all of those trees you can see are an awesome spot to get some sick tree turns. You can get at it from West Cirque, or you can get at it from any of the Whistler Bowls. We're gonna go to a classic now called Christmas Trees. I always connected with West Cirque. It's a great lap, probably my favorite tree skiing run on the entire mountain. Let's go rip a Christmas Trees lap.
Which side again?
Oh, that's soft, yeah. Awesome. I don't got my Christmas suit on, but it's gonna be one hell of a good run. Woo. Phew. There we go. Nice. Oh, there's some softer stuff. Woo! Phew. Oh yeah! You! Oh, you! Gotta love it. You! Woo! Yeah! Oh! So there you go, that's West Cirque and Christmas tree combo. It's always a good time, can't go wrong. Except for going back to the red chair, that line sucks. What can you do? The peak is loaded with tree skiing gems, but to access them, you've got to access the ridges and basically go all the way down to a red chair. That makes for a long cycle, especially with long lift lines. However, if you want to ski trees in the Alpine nonstop, there's two other places that are killer on Whistler, and that's the Harmony chair and the Symphony chair. So we're gonna rip the Harmony chair right now. I always like heading to the Harmony chair through Chunky's Choice. There's actually some half-decent tree skiing through Chunky's Choice, and then we're gonna rip the Harmony chair and play around in all of those glorious trees. You. Just don't wanna. You. Oh, trees, I missed you, baby. Harmony chair, baby. Primest tree skiing area on the mountain. Harmony chair to me is the probably the best spot to ski trees on the Whistler side. You've got gun barrels and wet dreams down at the bottom, which is awesome. And then higher up, you've got the whole backside of Harmony Ridge. So right now I'm standing on Harmony Ridge, and right down there is a run called Low Roll to the left, basically to where I'm standing just to the left here, and all the way across, down all the way to the far side. You've got a Tighty Whitey. You can ski through the trees. Some of the best tree skiing on Harmony is between here and the bottom, which is called Rumble in the Trunk. So you've got basically Hidden Chute, and you've got Robertsons, Harveys, and Rumble in the Trunks. So here's a great view of Harmony Ridge. That's the Sun Bowl coming out right there. Sun Bowl Chutes are the section right over there. You can come above kind of by McConkey's through this little section here. That's what I call Tighty Whitey up in there on the rock band, kind of just past the Inukshuk up there. And then right in here, that's Harveys, Robertsons, and Rumble in the Trunks. So you got to just make sure you avoid this main cliff band in the middle, and you're gonna have a real good time in there. I ski these all the time. I'm gonna mix in some clips from just messing around. now we're headed into Robertsons. Nice little juicy spine. Woo! Robertsons has a great pitch and greatly spaced trees. Phew! When this is filled in, it is face shot city. Awkward takeoff. 2, 1, dropping. Woo! Gotta do that again. Phew! Oh yeah. Rumble in the trunks is a banger, baby. As if Harveys and Robertsons weren't good enough, my favorite tree run, honestly, on the Harmony side is gun barrels. It's also freaking bonkers because you can ski like Harmony Bowl or something super fun and then come into gun barrels. So gun barrels is on the right. There's like 2 little kind of almost couloirs in the trees. They pack with snow really tightly, so they're awesome. And then to the left, this whole area is known as Wet Dreams. So Wet Dreams is also killer. Basically, from the Harmony chair, any way you come down, if you stay kind of in the middle where the bowls were, you're gonna end up in a sweet area. It's also really fun to kind of go where the chairlift is and come through those trees just to the right, skiers right of the chairlift. So any of these little pockets of trees are gonna be a super fun time. All this fun spot to explore, relatively safe other than the big cliff in the middle of Wet Dreams, but all this is like good fun tree skiing for double black skiers to just go enjoy and rip. Gun barrels is always pretty fun. Oh yeah. Nice and soft. You got the rippers on. Doesn't mean you can't rip a bit of fluffy stuff. That's nice in here. Oh! Last time I went down Wet Dreams, I had a double ejection into a tree. Whoa. Well, that was nasty. I might have to retire that ski. Where's my other one? Well, that's bad, ain't it? Oh man, beauty. Thanks, bro. Nothing fires me up like a good double eject. So no double ejections into trees this time. Woo! You! Oh yeah. I often have wet dreams, intense wet dreams about skiing Wet Dreams in Blower Pow. Oh, yeah. Whew, awesome. What a fun zone, baby. Harmony trees, can't beat them. So the next amazing tree skiing area, especially for beginners wanting to learn the trees, or the Glissando Glades and Adagio. So basically the whole bottom area of the Symphony chair has amazing low angle tree skiing. But if I'm coming all the way over here, I want to ski Flute Bowl. So I'm gonna hike up, I'm gonna ski Flute Bowl, I'm gonna take you with me. I'm gonna ski probably Flute Chutes and then rip into the Glissando Glades. But I can't go over to Symphony without skiing Flute. Wouldn't be worth the line. Let's do it. This is actually looking pretty nice as well. You! Oh yeah. Gotta love Flute, baby. You! Yeah! Whew. Bit of lower angle, pal. Across the traverse marks. Oh, there we go. Flute chutes were killer as per usual. Now off into the Glissando glades. So if you want to do this without skiing flute, just cut across the bowl from the symphony chair, ski the bottom part of flute bowl, and then just ski down this cat track, and you'll get into the Glissando glades. You can traverse pretty far right until you basically hit Encore Ridge. So you can kind of get in there, pick whatever line you like, have a bit of fun. It's all super low angle and is a really good spot for intermediates transitioning into tree skiing. Let's do it. Wide spacing, easy does it, low angle, floating around. Yoo. Ooh. There we go, now it's getting glady. Yoo. Glissando pops you out onto this little track here, takes it right back down to the symphony chair. Does something look weird about me? No. Normal? What the hell, you stole my boot. Flute and the Glissando glades were amazing. Glissando was super flat, but it was loaded with snow, so it was super fun. Honestly, if you like tree skiing and you're on the Whistler side, hang out on Harmony or Symphony all day. Symphony, if you like stuff that's a little less steep. Harmony, man, hang out on Robertsons and this whole ridge all day, and you're gonna have an absolute blast, an absolute tree fest. Well, ladies and gents, that's all she wrote. There's a storm moving in now, and I got a boogie. We started in the trees today, and I'm saying goodbye in the trees. The one most important thing to remember about tree skiing on Whistler or on Blackcomb is there's good tree skiing anywhere. Anywhere there's trees, there's gonna be good tree skiing. It's just all about finding nice spacing and finding a good flow. I gave you some super solid recommendations, but there is so much exploring to do. The amount of acreage on Whistler and on Blackcomb, man, like you can ski so many different tree lines, really never gets old. I love how it's just straight reaction, man. Like you don't know how you're gonna turn next, you don't know what's coming next. It's all about just being super reactive, bopping around, popping around, having a lot of fun. So I'm happy we finally got some soft snow so I could run you through the Whistler trees. Let me know in the comments what your favorite tree spot or tree run is on the Whistler side. I'd love to hear it. There's so much tree skiing to be done on Whistler and so much exploring for you to do. Make sure you're with a buddy and you take it slow. It is possible to get cliffed out or run into cliffs or drops or natural hazards on a lot of these runs, so make sure you're an expert skier and make sure you're taking your time and spotting your lines before you send them super hard. I'm so happy the snow's soft enough to ski trees again. I'm just thrilled, and we've got more snow coming and some cold weather. It's gonna be a good month. It's gonna be a good March madness at Whistler, people. Well, I'm skiing down to the truck now. My legs are definitely shot, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep on shredding.